Okay, so today we're doing factorials. So factorials are written like this. N with a exclamation mark, okay? N means number and the exclamation mark is the actual factorial symbol. And N it's basically like X, whatever number it is. So what are factorials? So they're numbers that are multiplied together, okay? And they're used to find unique ways to put the number of items, the number of unique items in order. So that might sound a little weird, but it'll make sense in a couple more examples. So over here we have one factorial, So 1 factorial is what? We have an example here. It's just x, okay? Because it's going to be 1 by itself. It's not multiplying or anything like that. Now we have 2 factorial, okay? So how many combinations can you make with that? Okay, we have x and we have y. How many can we can do that differently again another way with y and x. Okay, so it's going to be 2 times 1. Okay, it multiplies going down. I'll show you in the later examples. Now we have 3 factorial. 3 different, how many ways can we, put these items in order of those 3? So we have, and I'm going to write it down. So we have x, y, z. So I'm going to write all the possibilities that we can order these 3 numbers, okay? So we have x, y, z. Now we're going to have x, z, and y. And then after that, we're going to have z, x, y. And then we're going to have z, y, x. And then we're going to have y, x, z. And then we're going to have y, z, x, okay? So that just looks like a bunch of nothing. But that's just really different ways that you can put these three objects, whatever it is, in order, okay? And so how do we do that with numbers, like actually writing it down? So it's very, very simple. So all you got to do is 3 factorial equals, which I should have put here too, but anyways, 3 factorial equals 3 times 2 times 1. Okay, so 3 times 2 times 1. And what does that equal? Well, that equals 6. It's very simple. So now we have an example here. We got 4 factorial. So instead of me actually doing all that writing, and it's competitive and repetitive and annoying, all we got to do is really just write this. So 4 factorial equals 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And that's really all it is. Even if the number is like 36 or something like that, it's 36 times 35 times 34, etc. So over here, what is that going to be? So 4 times 3, that's going to be 12, times 2, that's going to be 24, and then the 1 is still the same. So it's going to be 24. We have 24 ways that we can position, let's say A, B, C, and D. Okay, we got 24 ways of putting those numbers together. Okay? So now we have some more examples. So we have 6 factorial. So what do? Same thing. 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Now I don't really feel like doing that, so I'm going to get my calculator out, and I'm just going to make and do that in the calculator. So 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and I hope you can see that in the calculator, but that's going to be 720. But what if I told you that there's actually a much more efficient way to doing this than doing something like that? Well, if you have a TI-84 calculator, all you have to do is, for this one, we have 7 factorial. We're going to put in 7, and then we're going to go to, I hope you can see this, we're going to go to math, and then we're going to go three ways, 3 arrows to the right, and then we're going to hit 4, or you could just go to the number 4 and press enter. But as you can see, that's the little factorial symbol. I'm going to press 4, so now we have 7 factorial. Okay, so that's going to be 5,040. Okay, so with bigger ones like that, it's better to just use a calculator, because otherwise it's going to really take forever, and you're more likely going to have calculation errors because you're just doing all these numbers, and it's very, very repetitive. So we're going to do the same thing with this one over here. So I'm going to type in, clear that. I'm going to type in 10, go to math, go to PRB, go to 4. We have 10 factorial, and that's going to be 3628800. Okay, that's going to be 3,628,800 different ways of putting 10 things together. And those 10 things can be things like books, pencils. How many ways can you put those pencils in order? Something ridiculous like that is going to be in your questions. So now we have the last one over here, which is going to be 12 So we put in 12 on the calculator. We go to math. We go to PRB, where we go to 4, and that's a factorial symbol. And then we have it. Then we're going to press enter, and that gives us, I believe that's like 4 billion. We have 479,001,600. So that's going to be our answer. So again, this is very simple of how to do factorials, and this gets pretty important when you do permutations and combinations. Thank you.